So Marie was holding my photo and just looking. I was like, oh my gosh, it's me. I'm so small. And then I thought about how sometimes we're hard on ourselves and we have these like self-talks. If you've ever watched Turning Red, I think that's a great example of Mei Lin. But there are times, when you look in the mirror or you're like where you get critiques or you do something, you make a mistake, and then you have this like, they're like, why did you do that? You're better than this. You're her pride and joy. Act like it. Type of moments. And seeing myself as a baby, I'm like, would I ever say that to this adorable little Lauren? And I thought of myself like verbally berating my younger self. Oh. And that's what like hit hard, because I was like, why do I treat myself like that sometimes? Why do I say this? Why do I say that? Like, why do I hold myself to such a, sometimes an impossible standard? I don't think it's not bad to be a hard worker, but you need to give yourself wins and like give yourself credit where it's due. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when we hold ourselves to such high standards, we don't do that because we're like, you could do better. You could do more. Like, why are you not doing more? And looking at myself as a child, I think that's why I started crying. And then I was like, oh no, because I was like, no one should talk to themselves like that. We would never treat each other like that. Why do we do that to ourselves? Yeah. And it made me reevaluate how I talk to myself and how also I show up for like other people, verbalizing, like giving people wins, like where it's due, or like recognizing and validating wherever they are at, whatever it is. So that is what came up for me.
Nice. Yeah, thank you for sharing. A lot of this I even see in movies, like somehow it always ends up being your father fought my father, now we have to fight, or like something like the whole like you hurt me as a child. I'm gonna say the Batman. It involved a childhood trauma and it's affecting them as an adult. And then very much like how I'm thinking, like how when I was doing the therapy, a lot of it usually ends up being inner child work, because everything is just like layer and layer and layer and layer of what we were supposed to be, expectations of us, how we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be achieving, and everything is about like and we develop the programming that we have in our mind is based off that. The decisions we make are subconsciously from what our parents said, what our uncle said, teacher said, whatever. So we end up their voice ends up becoming our voice, and then through like my experience in therapy is like through doing a lot of the inner child work is like who is your favorite adult, who and all that stuff, or what kind of parent would you like to be? Like, you need to be the adult your inner child needs every day. Like, you need to be the one that gives yourself the high five, the pat in the back. So, and then it kind of went there. We did. I'd say that's some inner child work stuff we did there already. But yeah,